Hi and Oki. That over there, that's me, Thorsten Nesch. Novelist, author, storyteller, also in songs, radio plays, film and on stage. As published and award-winning author in Germany, my books are read in schools from Denmark to Italy. Since 6 years in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada, traditional Blackfoot territory. There I come. What am I thinking? I should have rented a suit for this video. A suit would be good. Suits impress people. I'm not good with clothes. I'm better with books. Here are 5 novels available in English. First is my body switch comedy novel I Am You Am I, about 2 15-year-olds. She comes from a rich family in Vancouver and enjoys horseback riding. He lives on the wrong side of town and calls boxing his hobby. 2 very different teenagers changing their bodies accidentally, and one of them doesn't even want to switch back.
In front of a fancy makeup mirror, framed by 24 glowing low-energy bulbs, I feel like a rock star, even this early before school. Mom had it installed last week. With 2 young ladies in the house, it'd be like a good investment, she said. One of the young ladies is me. I have no clue who else she meant.
Next is an Alberta road movie novel, For a Spin. Tarek and Jesse borrow a car for a short joyride. They want to feel free, just once. I hold on to the steering wheel with one hand and adjust the seat with the other, reclining into a position which is not only comfortable but seriously cool. Jesse tries to do the same. It's broken. BMWs don't brake. This one does. Let me try it. Hands off, Tarek, you're driving. Our 10 minutes will be over soon. I say this doesn't count. She reaches under the seat and pulls at something. Something down there. She pulls it out with a jolt and almost hits me in the face with a large caliber revolver. Jesus, she cries and drops the thing between her feet like a dead rat. She looks at me for an explanation. I focus on the road ahead. I sit up straight in my seat, gripping the wheel with both hands. I glance at the floor between her feet. A revolver. From the trunk and a voice, "Help! Help!" They stole the wrong car, a car that belongs to criminals, and soon there's no turning back and they are followed by their families and the mafia. Help! Another road movie, this time through Zimbabwe, is My Totem Came Calling, written with my wonderful Zimbabwean colleague Blessing Muzariri. Chanda is a 17-year-old schoolgirl in Harare. One day she starts seeing her totem animal, the zebra. The doctors don't have any idea and her last hope is a tip from her aunt to visit her ancestral village in the backcountry, a world she does not know.
I run towards the tree, my arms stretched out, ready to touch the zebra. But the closer I get to the animal, the more it fades away and it disappears just as I reach it. I give up. It's official. I'm losing it. I'm going crazy. Anything is possible.
Grola is a horror novel. John lost his job in Vancouver and finds work at a small gold mining camp. His wife and his young son join him. When the toddler shows them what he found near the tree line, they know there's something dark waiting for them. A huge grolar. Half grizzly bear, half polar bear.
The wind shifted, and the growler drew a deep breath. He could smell the rain-wet firs and spruces, and something different. Something he was sensing more and more often these days. Something that got his attention. Standing, his nose poking high between 2 spruce boughs, the growler flared his nostrils and drank in the scent of a new victim. A hot cloud of breath swirled around his snout, and thick drops of rain spattered on his head. He could pick this new scent clearly from among the many others. This one scent intruded. It didn't bother him because it was new. It bothered him because he wanted it. There might even be two victims.
The Locomotive is a dark novel described as Poe meets Kafka. A broker wakes up trapped underneath the rubble of a train. It derailed on a dam connecting an island with the mainland. The mud he's lying on is the bottom of the ocean, and the high tide is coming in.
My pulse throbbed thickly through my entire body, grinding like cogs in my chest, my wrists and my temples. Rasping, I sucked in some air and felt the soreness in my throat. Tickling, acrid, triggering a dry cough as my stomach churned. I forced my eyes open and found myself staring into a murky brownish soup, sloshing from side to side as if trapped in a giant rimless bowl. Blinking made no difference. Shapeless clouds blurred in front of my eyes. Orange stars exploded in stroboscopic rhythms. I must have been lying there unconscious for some time. If I passed out again, it would be the end of me.
So I'm somewhat funny, dark, and anything in between. Currently, I'm writing a social science fiction novel funded by the Alberta Foundation for the Arts with a literary personal project grant. I document the process with all aspects of writing on my homepage in weekly blog posts you can subscribe to without social media advertisement. If you don't mind social media ads, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Thanks to Creative Edge, I joined early 2021. And thank you, dear reader. Cheers, Thorsten.